But one of the things that I found out from Mel while we did this hike is that she really loves the community and the community that she lives in. And although I'd love to go ahead and give her an introduction, I don't think I have the ability to do it justice. So what I've done is I'd like to go ahead and ask a dear friend of mine that I've known for over 15 years, Palm Desert City Councilwoman Jan Harnik, to go ahead and introduce Mel Mason.
Thank you to Brooklyn's dad for that introduction. It's very nice. So, welcome to your special night. Welcome Leadership Coachella Valley, class of, whatever you want it to be. You got your choices. So, what I'd like everybody to do is just for a moment, think back to 2018. And in some ways, it seems like forever ago. And in some ways, it was not too long ago. But at that time, you were probably deciding if you were going to apply for Leadership Coachella Valley. But there were a whole lot of other things happening at that time. A lot of history being made. And let's talk about 2018. That was the hottest year in Coachella Valley history. Also, you probably all remember that rainstorm we had on February 14th that changed our landscape and also took a page in our history books. Mother Nature demanded to be heard. But the strongest force that hit the Coachella Valley in 2018, without a doubt, was Mel Mason. So I want you to take a moment and remember the first time you met Mel. And I remember the first time I met her very, very well. It was at Desert Willow Golf Resort at a Chamber of Commerce breakfast meeting. And I met this woman and I just wanted to keep talking. I wanted to know more about her. I was enchanted by her. And I bet all of you were too when you met her. She has a lot to give. She is generous in her thinking and what she gives as a human being. And that was just a few short years ago. And we have all had the honor and the privilege to watch this meteoric rise of Mel in improving her life and upping her game in leadership and making our communities better. No question about it. So while we get to appreciate all we've gotten from Mel, and we should be appreciating every little bit, Mel has given us so much. So ladies and gentlemen of by the way, I just want to say something. I am Leadership Coachella Valley 2012. It's a long time ago. And it's been so important in everything I do to this day. It is truly a gift. So at this time, Leadership Coachella Valley class of whatever you want to call it at this time, please welcome a true force of nature, your choice for your graduation speaker, Mel Mason.
Thank you, Jan. Welcome to the graduation of Leadership Coachella Valley's longest class ever. Instead of 10 months, it only took us 21. But who's counting, right? I am deeply honored to stand before you here today, chosen to be your speaker. Because honestly, if it was left up to who was head of the class or best grades, it wouldn't be me standing here. I got kicked out of high school not once, but twice. I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to the Leadership Coachella Valley program, the board of directors, and the staff. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you so much for all you've done and continue to do for our success. Now I have to tell you, yes, definitely applaud. Woo! Now I have to tell you that Leadership Coachella Valley was nothing like what I expected it to be. I showed up first day, my sleeves were rolled up, I was ready to become a leader. I had read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Start with Why, Good to Great, and I kept waiting for leadership to happen to me, like a done-for-you service, like getting a haircut. But that's not what happened here at all. What happened was beyond my imagination. Right out of the gate, we were being mainline leadership with the Director of Leadership Development from Desert Sands Unified School District, Dr. Rebecca Cook. Let's give it up for Dr. Cook. Not once, not twice, but 3 times we got leadership. She was teaching us about our leadership styles, leading teams, and all the different mindsets that go along with it. But not only did we learn about leadership with Dr. Cook, we were thrown into the heart of the matter by getting an in-depth look at some of the nonprofits and the businesses that directly affect our valley here in the Coachella Valley. And by getting an in-depth look and learning about what they do to help the community, we got to see all the different issues that affect us here, like homelessness, our water supply, and human trafficking. Now, we got to tour so many places, like Sean was saying, before the global pandemic hit, that I couldn't possibly list them all tonight. Heck, I can't even remember them all because it was so far away. But a few that leap to mind was, first up was going to Find Food Bank. Anybody remember Find Food Bank? What an amazing thing they do there, being the only regional food bank for the desert region. And one of my favorite things was actually getting to sort the produce. Now, I know somewhere floating around there is a photo of me upside down in that produce bin. I know it's out there. Next up was touring the desert sun. Now, I had the excitement of a little kid watching that paper print in the factory. I had never seen that before. And then that paper storage room with the rolls of paper towering above us, well, above me anyway, and I know it doesn't take much, but then it was really sad to see firsthand just how much the operation had shrunk due to digital news. And last but not least, Create Center for the Arts. Now, they do so much over there, I can't even list all of it. But walking in and seeing thread being woven right before your eyes, and then the virtual reality goggles were never empty. I never got my chance, so I still have to go back. But my favorite was the 3D printer. They were actually printing plastic weaving looms that worked. Pretty fascinating time to be alive and be a leader. Now, after everything that was Leadership Coachella Valley, the leadership development, the problem solving, all of the skills that we learned, what I realized is that this leadership thing isn't something that's done for you. It's something that happens to you from the inside out. It's something that inspires you to want to make this earth a better place. It's something that makes you want to be the change you wish to see in the world. Now, something else happened during leadership for me. I came in wanting to be a more dynamic and effective leader. I came in ready to absorb leadership with every fiber of my being. And I left with something totally unexpected. I left with a brand new family. The bonds that we all made here together, they're for a lifetime. I'm so honored to know each and every one of you. I love you. In conclusion, choosing to develop your inner leader is a baptism by fire that will transform you on every level of your being if you let it. It will open your mind and heart to the issues affecting your community, and it will fire your soul into action. My question to you tonight is this: how are you going to be the change you wish to see in the world? Will it be applying for the next leadership class? Or stepping up and serving on your HOA board? Maybe it's becoming a court-appointed special advocate for children in foster care. Whatever it is that you choose to do, start now, start today.